What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to a Q&A on my channel. Now, what you're going to be seeing in the background, I'm going to be opening essentially, I think it's around 2.5 million coins worth of packs. Now, I'm not going to get to keep any of these players. I'm not going to get to keep any of these coins. This was done while I was at the EA Capture event in Guildford, England, just outside of London. And EA, said, yeah, you can open some packs. Here's the coins. Go ahead, open them. But I don't get to keep them. So that's why I'm over on my path to power trying to trade away just like you guys are and do my best to move on and move up and move forward in terms of how many coins that I have. So without further ado, let's get into the actual question. And for that, it's always fun kind of seeing packs open. I know I like seeing it, just kind of where the luck boils down. And two, I've been asked so many questions over the weekend that I figured I'd do this Q&A and try to give you guys an ample opportunity to ask them in a more, I guess, formal Q&A setting. And then I can hopefully answer a lot of the questions in general that you guys might have. So that is why we're doing this. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, make sure you leave a rating on the video, as well as if you guys want to see a path to power out later today, make sure to click that like button. Anyways, on with it. The first question is, will we ever see Silver Sunners, Darrow, Moreno, and Martine Bravo reunited? Now, Martine Bravo this year is the left wing silver non-rare. Darrow Moreno is a gold. He plays in the Colombian League. Postobon, I believe is the name of it. But I suppose I could try to reunite them in a squad, a retro stunner squad or something along those lines. But Silver Stunners, for those of you guys that might be new to my channel, was a series that I did back in FIFA 12, and I stopped doing it because I felt guilty that I was kind of like playing too big of an impact on the market. And that sounds really conceited. That's not meant to be the case, but I'd recommend a Silver Stunner, and people would just go out and price fix the cards, and I didn't really like price fixing, and I still don't really care for price fixing. So I was like, not going to do that series anymore. But if you guys would like to see that return, it's essentially a silver player review, I guess is what it boils down to. But I only, if you're new or if you've been with me for a while, you guys will know that I only recommend players that I am very, very fond of on this game. So if you guys would like to see that return, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. So can Bayern win the CL again? Heck yeah. Next question. Do you have any pets, and if so, what kind? The answer is no. No pets at this moment in time. My parents have 2 puppies that I love dearly though. All right. I'm going to click this, and there are a lot of questions here. Okay, let's just scroll through, and we're going to randomly pick one. I asked for these questions on Twitter, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, you can at @JapesFIFA, and I will do my best to chat with you on there. Would you ever come to Australia? That is yes. I was hoping for more FIFA-related questions. But would you go to Australia? The answer is yes. My cousin actually studied at the University of Sydney, so I would love to head on over that way. Maybe go snorkeling or scuba diving on the Great Barrier Reef. That's something that I feel like I have to do in my lifetime. So on we go with that. Can we buy packs with FIFA points on early release? Yes, I would believe that you can do that. Now, you won't be able to use FIFA points on the web app, and if you've seen a picture of someone doing that, it's probably because they're on PC, and maybe it somehow works that you can do that on PC, but I don't think so for this. Will you do the underdogging series in 14? Sure, I'm not opposed to that. If you guys want to see underdogging, let me know in the comments down below. But underdogging is where I take a bronze team and I take them on into the Gold Cup and do my absolute best to win it. So it's a pretty simple, I guess, concept. So on we go. What European football team do you support and why? Bayern Munich. I've been into that a billion times, so I'm going to leave it probably as that. Would you rather play in the MLS or in the second Bundesliga here in Germany? Ooh, that's tough. I would probably say the MLS. Yeah, I definitely think I'd rather play in the MLS. Will you trade for me? No. How much do you think El Shaarawy will rise to on early release in price? So what he's talking about is once the early release actually comes out and people can play games and they can buy packs, card prices are going to probably go up because people are going to all of a sudden have these coins now that they can use to buy these players. So cards are going to go up in price. That's why you hear people talking about investing in cards at the moment, because if you invest, chances are a lot of the, in a really good player, chances are his price is going to go up upon the release, and you're going to be able to sell him for a ton more than what you bought him for. Is David Luiz still OP? He's pretty strong, but I would not say that he is OP. What's the worst thing with FIFA 14 in your opinion? Worst thing for me, or the thing that I am most worried about, is actually in clubs. You select your jersey before going into the match, and for someone who is colorblind, such as myself, and yes, I'm actually colorblind, I'm red-green colorblind, it's not super severe, but it is there. So for someone such as myself who is colorblind, and you have to pick your kits before you go into a match, they did it so that people can't back out, but for someone like me, if the kits clash, I'm going to be screwed, and it's going to be miserable. So that, I think, is actually a terrible thing that they included in the game. Who would you rather take for dinner, Ibra or Big Ballo? Gotta be, I think I'd rather go out to dinner with Ballo, just because I feel like there'd be antics. I don't know what to think of Ibra. I've only seen a few interviews with him outside of football, and he has antics as well, that's for sure. But Ballo being a bit younger, being in Paris versus Milan. I don't know. I've never been to Milan, so I'll take Milan over that. I have been to Paris once when I was younger. Let's see. What do you like about this year's FIFA? Gosh, a lot of different things. Can't even begin to get started. Stay tuned for my series, and I'll tell you all about them. Let's see. Do you plan on making GTA 5 videos? I've actually never played GTA in my life. Like, not ever one of them, which is, I guess, like almost sacrilege in terms of gaming. Like, I feel like every gamer has played at least one GTA, and I haven't. So maybe I'll have to go out and get this one and give it a shot. Who will finish on top, Arsenal or Spurs? Ooh, that's tough. I want to say, my gut is saying Arsenal, but Spurs had so many good timing, and Eriksen looks to be a pretty good player as well, as if we didn't already know that. But I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore that. Let's see. Can you suggest to EA Sports FIFA that an option to watch your friend play in a foot match be a spectator mode or something like that? EA knows. They freaking know about spectator mode and how much it is wanted on FIFA. So I would assume that they will be looking to put something in place for spectator mode, not in 14, but hopefully in 15. And also, I've heard rumors that there will be some way to spectate friends on the new Xbox One or PS4, or maybe just the Xbox One. I'm not sure. But yeah, there is that, and I hope it happens soon because it'll do wonders for competitive FIFA as far as esports go. You're going to be trying out Malapa this year. He looks like a beast. So Malapa is a striker, a silver striker in the Bundesliga, plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. In last year's FIFA, I had him in one of my path powers. He was a beast. He was really strong, and there were a lot of other people other than just myself who enjoyed playing with him. Now, will I be going after him this year? Probably not right away. And that is because there are, I think, more than a handful of silvers that look better than him. Some people are going to be like, Japes, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. But for me, when I look at silvers, he is not the first one that comes to the top of my head, not even in the Bundesliga. So take it for what you will. That is what it is. We're all entitled to our own opinion on players in foot, which is why people always ask, which player is good, which player is bad. And it really kind of boils down to your play style. Now, Malapa, if I cross the ball a lot, I'd probably be looking at Malapa a bit more because he's a big physical presence on the game. But yeah, that's where we are. Which net is the best net? Top net, of course. How much we spend on packs at the beginning of FIFA? Now, if you're referring to spending some money on FIFA points, that varies. I haven't decided yet this year. Traditionally, in the past, I've spent maybe like $20. And I figured that'd be enough to get me going. This year, I'm thinking I might drop a little bit more. Just because it makes it, it'll make it way easier for me to do live streams for you guys with players that you want to see. It'll be a lot easier for me to do squad builders for you guys with players that you want to see, things of that nature. So I'm thinking that I'll spend a little bit more on packs this year just so you guys will be able to, I guess, get the content that I think you're going to be looking out for. All right, here we go. Here's the question. What was going through your head when recording your first ever FIFA YouTube video? And that's kind of a cool question. Now, I think what was going through my head was probably don't sound like an idiot. Like, try not to sound stupid and don't sound scared, like things of that nature. Because when you know about FIFA, you know about FIFA. So really, it's just getting comfortable talking to electronics. And right now, I'm having no problem talking to my little camcorder. It's quite natural at this stage. But I feel like I just envision I guess not all of you guys. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You get used to it though, and you get more comfortable, and the commentaries get slowly better and better. And I was so nervous trying to put on like a voice. I'm not gonna list it for in the comments, but if you go to my channel, you should be able to find it if you want to have a laugh about that. How good do you think Ilkay Gundogan will be in this year in FIFA and real life? I think he is is becoming one of the top center mids in the world, and I think he's going to be ridiculous this year on FIFA. He is such a well-rounded midfielder with over 80 pace, 4-star skills. He's basically everything that you'd want in a center mid. Now, he's a high medium work rate, so using him as a center defensive mid sometimes could be a bit difficult, but that's yet to be seen on FIFA. It's one of those things where you'll have to kind of have a play with and see how it works out. I was going to interject something in there, but I can't remember what it is. Japes, which underrated league do you think that you will use throughout FUT, and what about the Silver Mexicans? So, underrated leagues, I guess. Underrated leagues to me are not necessarily underrated because, like, last year, the Belgian Pro League was one of the first silver teams that I built, and it wasn't underrated after people took notice of, hey, wow, look at these players that they've got in this league. That's ridiculous. So I don't think leagues will stay underrated, and this year, it's yet to be seen which silvers are going to be, like, really, really strong. They're very strong silvers in a lot of different leagues, but that one league that has the silvers, that's not your... So when he's saying underrated, I'm assuming he's not talking about BPL, Syria, like any of the big leagues, their silvers. I'm assuming he's talking about like the Pro League, the Swiss League, the Swedish Allsvenskan, which I'm sure I mispronounced, the Eredivisie, the, like Bundesliga 2, the Australian leagues, things like that. So I don't know which league will be the one to really pop off or what I'll have. It's going to be a team that's going to have some 4-star skillers in there. That's going to have some decent center backs, some well-rounded midfielders, and maybe a pacey striker and a skillful striker. That's just what I'll probably be looking for. And I've already had a look through, but I'm not giving them away because I'm not trying to do anything to disturb the market for as long as I possibly can. How are you finding trading in FUT 14? It's freaking hard, man. Like, trading is actually quite difficult this year. And I talked about it in my latest Path to Power because there are no more formation cards. So there's nothing to distinguish non-rare players. Now, you can still make a couple hundred coins here or there, but it's a lot harder to make big profit. And that's the same thing with rare players. Like, previously, if someone were to list, I don't know, take any player, say Mario Balotelli, and I have no idea what his price is going for right now. I haven't looked at the Serie A once. So say Balotelli goes for 10,000 coins in a 3-4-2-1, which is a really, really cheap formation traditionally. And in a 4-1-2-1-2, because of how expensive formation cards at the beginning, say he goes for, I don't know, 15,000 for the sake of argument. Now, when that guy who gets a Balotelli in a pack looks on the market and he sees, okay, there are a bunch of them listed for about 10,000 coins. I'll just list mine up for 10,000 coins, no problem. You snatch him up for 10,000 coins, sell him on for 15, boom, just because he's in a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, makes it really easy. That's not the case this year. You just look up what Mario Balotelli is, and it's like 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Guess what? You're going to be selling him for 10,000 coins, and it's going to be really, really hard unless nobody's paying attention or unless the guy makes an error on the web app to get that super deal. Now, trading, you don't want to go for a super deal. You want to go for a lot of really average deals and hope that a super deal comes along. Because average deals are what grow your money slowly but surely. And I think I'm going to talk about it if we get a Path to Power out later today. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see that. I will talk about investing and the role that I think it will play this year. So if that's something that you want to see, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. What do I expect from Bale this season at Madrid? He had a good start. I think only time will tell, but he scored in his first game. So that's about all you can ask for a big money signing. And they managed to only get 1 point, but they wouldn't have gotten that point if he didn't score. So we shall see. Having trouble trading. Should I just get an okay starter team and bench in order before player prices go up when the game's out? So this is the interesting dilemma that many of you guys will come to in the very near future. You are going to want to build a team by Thursday. And that is the plain and simple fact of it. At least for me. Friday, the early release comes out in the States. People are going to be buying packs. People are going to be spending money on the Ultimate Team. And that is when the market is going to drastically change. Some players will go up, probably a few will go down. However, there are going to be people that are actually able to play the game, so they're going to need players to play it. The market, you know, a lot of times the supply of really good players will kind of, and then it like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, like, yeah, you got that reference. So I would recommend definitely, I will have a team probably come Thursday or Thursday evening that I will hopefully have players that I'm investing in, saying, or that I think will go up, but those players will also be in my starting squad. So when I decide to sell that squad on, hopefully I'll have a plethora of coins to play with, and it'll be happy days for Young Money Japes, which I will never ever call myself again. I have a friend who called me that the other day, and I hadn't heard it in forever. Anyways, guys, I am going to click and check and see exactly how long or how much we're doing here. All right, so we're right on schedule essentially, and that is going to be, actually I'll do a few more just because I love you guys. All right, how much profit have you made from trading in foot? I have something like, I don't know, like 20-ish thousand coins. I started with like 2,000, so making 18,000, not stellar, not bad, but trading's harder this year, so you got to take your money where you can get it. Which player are you most looking forward to using in foot? And this is well, for those of you that stuck around this long, I'll give you this. There is a Romanian attacking mid that is a silver in the Bundesliga that I want to get my hands on more than anybody else. I cannot believe that he's not 5-star skills this year. However, I still want to use him regardless. And he goes for about 5,000 coins right now, 6,000 coins, something like that. So I will use him eventually. I don't think I'm going to use him right away because that to me is still too much to pay for one single player with only 20,000 coins. That would be taking up a quarter of my budget for my squad building. And I'll talk about that in a future app as well. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. My name is Japes. Wait, let's try that again. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.